Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another apartment renovation. Today I'm renovating 1312 21 Chic Street in the fashion district of San Myshuno, and this is just going to be a really cozy one-bedroom apartment. I actually built this over on Twitch yesterday. I did a pretty long stream yesterday as a early birthday celebration, and this was the first build that we did during stream. I really just wanted to start off with some cozy vibes, and so I wanted something very neutral and relaxing, and so I decided to come into this apartment and attempt to do a floor plan I haven't done before, which is this somewhat closed off kitchen space, the bathroom in the middle, and a closet by the front door. The bedroom space is pretty much where I typically put it when I do renovate this apartment, but overall I thought this was a really cool layout. It was nice to do something a little bit different, so I really hope you will enjoy it. If you do and you'd like to download this build, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. So yeah, the day this is going up, it's actually my birthday. I'm going to be pretty much offline today, relaxing. I'm very excited about it. So I apologize if I'm very slow to reply to comments and all of that. But I still wanted to make sure to post a video because I really like how this came out and I wanted to share it. So I'm using like my favorite rug in the kitchen. You've probably noticed in a lot of my builds, I use that particular swatch of that city living rug. It's just so nice. And that's kind of the vibe of this whole apartment is I was going for creamy neutrals, particularly items that are some of my favorites in the game. So I used my favorite plant from Die Now. I'm using a sofa from the Desert Luxe kit, which has quickly become one of my favorites. And I just kept grabbing things like that. But there are a few items that I don't use as often that I just thought worked really well for this space. So you'll see those as we grab them. One in particular is the lamp I end up using in the corner of the living room. But I wanted to get some sort of chandelier in the kitchen. So I grabbed this one from Eco Lifestyle. And the lamp that I use in the living room as well is also from Eco Lifestyle. But like I said, it's not one I use very often. It ends up being one of the ones I think you can fabricate. It's a little bit of a chunky lamp. It's quite strange, but I thought it worked really nicely over here in this corner. This is the lamp that I was talking about. I think I might have grabbed a different swatch of it. Yeah, I got the white shade instead. And then I got these candles and books in the middle of the table. That is a tray item from the Tiny Living Stuff pack, and I love it so much. Over here, I'm trying to figure out what to do for a TV, and I also really wanted to swap out the arch here, because I thought it was a little bit too wide. I opted for a different one that's also from base game that has a different shape to it. And I decided for a TV cabinet, we would add a little bit of color in here. So I decided to get this like sort of linen cabinet, which I believe came with cats and dogs. And I put the TV up there and I believe a plant as well, which I might do a little bit later. I kind of jump all over the place during this apartment because I was streaming and chatting quite a bit during this. But I tried to cut out as much of the random pauses and stuff as possible, but the build does still jump around a little bit. But I did get some paintings up there, and then I wanted to make sure I added the trash can that we needed in the kitchen, and we got a broom in there as well. I'm going to be getting some postcards over here on this corkboard, and then I was trying to figure out what to put below the corkboard, and I was like, it would be so cozy if we had a cat here. But look at how big the cat tree is. So I didn't make that fit there, but I did put a cat bed, and then we put the cat tree in the hallway. And I do forget until much later to add a bowl for the cat to eat out of and a litter box, but those things do end up in this space. No worries about that. The bowl ends up being right in front of that big plant in the corner, and the litter box is in the bedroom. I'd actually be very curious because I'm also a cat mom who has a cat in an apartment. Where do you put the litter box? I'm very curious as to like everyone's solution to that because it's very difficult in The Sims and in real life. In my old apartment, his litter box was in the bottom of a closet that like it was fine for it to be kept open because it was against a wall. And in this apartment, we have it in the corner of our living room because there's not really another space to put it. So I don't know. Where do you keep your litter box if you have a cat? I know that's kind of a weird question to ask in a speed build, but I'm genuinely curious because I feel like it's just such a difficult thing to find a spot for in the game and in real life, but primarily in The Sims because I often have to think about that in lots of different spaces in the game, whereas in real life, you know, it is where it is and it's staying there until the next time I move. But in The Sims. I'm always unsure where to put it. And I've definitely gotten comments before that it's in a weird spot. So I'm just, where do you put your litter box? Anyway, we've talked enough about cat poop for this video. I'm just getting that plant that I had mentioned over here with the television. And then in this hallway space, I thought this would be the perfect area for a like desk nook, office nook. So I got this really cute desk, which is on the smaller side from Sonoy Escape. And I just wanted to get some greenery. And I also got some diplomas up above it. I thought that was really cute. And of course, getting a PC and a couple of decorations in this area. I didn't want it to be super cluttered, but I wanted a couple of pieces that made it feel like it was lived in. And I ended up using the clutter kit for that. I'm just going to overuse it forever. It's fine. But those looked really nice there. And then I get a lamp over in the corner. I believe I get the one from base game, like the industrial lamp, which is another item I overuse. And I have been overusing since The Sims 4 came out. It's probably one of my favorite lamps to this day. And we've had it for 8 years. So anyway, moving on over to the cat tree. I'm just looking for some artwork to put above it. And then I do one thing that's really not realistic, which is I put a plant next to it that a cat would probably destroy. Whether that be chewing on it, batting at it, eating it. It's just probably not a good idea, but it's The Sims and we don't really have to worry about that. So just putting it out there. I'm going to put a plant there that makes zero sense to be next to a cat tree. I know it would have not survived if I put that next to my cat's cat tree. Does your cat chew on things if you have a cat? I don't know why I'm asking so many things about your cats today, but I guess I'm making an apartment for a Sim who has a cat because I thought that was like peak cozy vibes. Just like relaxing and having a cat purring. It just sounds so nice. And I also just came in here to do this voiceover after my cat was laying on me purring. So I guess I'm just in that kind of mood right now. But anyway, I just wanted to grab some appliances for the kitchen. I got a coffee pot and a dishwasher. So you have some extra things for your Sims in there. I'm also getting a mirror by the front door, which is something I like to do because it's, I think, quite realistic. Not every space I've lived in has had that, but I do like the look of it and it filled in the space nicely. And then we are moving on into the only bedroom we have in this space. Has this one really big window. I love this apartment. This is one of my favorites to decorate. So I think the window placement in here is pretty decent for the most part. There's lots of windows. It's not too big of an apartment, whereas I feel like a lot of the apartments are really big. And speaking of which, I recently had posted a micro studio apartment where I decorated half an apartment where I split it into two. And it was like a very colorful, eclectic apartment. And I had requests from all of y'all on what type of style I should go for the other one. And I'm happy to report that I have decorated that and that will be up in the next couple of days. I'm so excited to share it. I think it came out really cute in the end. So there will be another micro apartment coming soon. I actually have a couple of apartment builds coming this week. I've just been really in the mood to decorate apartments and it looks like we just had a long pause there. I was probably talking to chat. I thought I cut most of that out, but there's going to be a couple of spots where I just didn't quite get it all, but that's okay. I think this room came out really cute in the end. I'm using my favorite bed, my favorite painting above the bed, one of my favorite rugs, some of my favorite wallpapers. I think I'm just going to call this like Cozy City Apartment, but it really should be called Tanya Uses Her Favorite Items in The Sims 4, because that's really what this apartment was. I was like, this is my birthday stream. This is the video I'm probably uploading on my birthday. I just want to build with my favorite items. So that's what we're going to do. So if it's not your cup of tea, I apologize, but I had a lot of fun with this apartment. I really like how it came out. So yeah, just getting a little table over here and an ottoman under it. I believe we get some paintings up on the top of it. The base game ones that kind of lean against the wall. I thought that those would look nice over here. And I also get another painting on the wall and like a fake hamper because I didn't want to add functional laundry in this space. So I just get a decorative one, which I should be grabbing here shortly, but I want to clutter up the bedside tables first. So of course, getting some more stuff from the everyday clutter kit. What did I use to put on bedside tables before this clutter kit? Because I feel like now that's all I use, like on every bedside table. I'm just like, I need the little glasses stand. I need like a little trinket box or keys or a phone. I said keys and I immediately think of cars. We don't have cars in The Sims, Tanya. What are you talking about? I mean, we do in previous Sims, but not in The Sims 4. I still really want that. But I don't know if it'll happen. But at the same time, I never thought that they were going to update babies. I didn't think we were going to get infants in the game. And we're getting infants in 2023. So I guess never say never. But this is the litter box. I talked like at a great length earlier about this litter box. So there it is. There she be. She's in the corner here. And I think it was a decent spot. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to use that closet or not, but there is another closet in this apartment and it's fully accessible. Plus we have the dresser, lots of mirrors. You're not going to have problems with having your Sims get changed or plan outfits or anything like that. But if you did want to use it for its other purposes, such as woohoo, there is one in the hallway space when you first walk into the door. So no worries on that if that one is not accessible, but just getting some more decorations out here. I wanted to have something else by the door, so I got these little frames from Base Game. Of course, that little shelf there with the keys on it. I think we might get a rug by the door. I don't remember exactly. I often do that, but I don't always do it. And then I think the last thing we'll have to decorate is the bathroom, and then that'll be it for this apartment. This came together really quickly, but it was a lot of fun to do, so I really hope you did enjoy it. Here's the bathroom now. It's pretty much the same as all of my other bathrooms. Since this was I'm going to use my favorite items, I really went to town with that and used all the items I always use in bathrooms. The same layout I tend to use, the tiny living shelf. It's what I enjoy. So I let myself do it, but I do want to switch up some bathrooms in the future. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy those screenshots. Bye everyone.